Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the differences between the HKS Haas kit and a standard lowering spring. I happen to be having a Swift spring in my hand here. So first I'm going to talk about lowering springs in general, then we're going to get back to the HKS Haas kit. Now the Supra's been out for 6 years now, and a lot of guys did these in the beginning and went to the springs. And a lot of people just don't use coilovers. So I'm kind of here to kind of give you guys like what we're actually selling, what's popular, what people are using, and kind of just help you guide your car in the right direction to where you actually want to modify it without ruining the car and doing anything that's just overkill for your suspension. Let's start off with the springs first. So here in my hand, I'm holding a Swift spring. This is the front spring for the A90 Supra. And this is a progressive rate spring. This is a pretty straightforward deal. You're taking out one OEM part and you're replacing it with a Swift spring. It's gonna actually lower the car by a predetermined amount. I'm not here to plug in Swift. I'm just here to talk generally about springs. So we have Swift, we have Eibach and H&R, which are all some of our top popular favorite ones. Actually, Alex here loves to install the RSR Super Downs and the other RSR lowdown for a lot of our local customers. He likes to put a particular spacer on with OEM wheels, and every single one of those customers has been super happy with those. As far as, like I'm saying, the top 4 springs that we're selling are the RSRs, the Swift springs, the Eibachs, and the H&Rs. Now, what this does, it actually just lowers the car a predetermined amount. I'll put all the different spring drops. I'll do the H&Rs here, I'll do the Eibachs here, and I'll put the Swift springs here, and I'll put the more popular RSR one right here on screen so you guys can see the differences on the actual drops. So some of them are gonna measure differently front and rear, and that's just the manufacturer's predetermined amount that they think is the proper look for the car. I wanna touch base on spacers. I talked about it a second ago. Spacers actually make a big difference on the way the car actually looks. So you can lower the car, but if your wheels are sunken in, it just doesn't look as proper. If you pull those wheels out 10 to 15 mil, depending what you want, the car is going to look a lot different. So over here, you guys probably know our sister company 86 Speed. And on the 86 GR86 platform, coilovers are the #1 go-to. And something with the Supra, it's actually the opposite. It's springs. So the #1 reason for that on the 86 is actually a fitment issue with the wheels. If you just do a lowering spring, you're gonna have a back spacing issue with your tires and running the aggressive fitment on the GR86 or even the previous Gen 86. With the Supra, that's not a problem. So the more budget-friendly way to go and saving money in your pocket for more performance mods is to put lowering springs on the car. The other reason for that on the Supra is it has the active damping suspension that's built into the car itself. By taking that, putting coilovers on, you have to buy cancel kits and remove all that stuff. Coilovers are quite a bit of work for the Supra, and it's only really for the dedicated track guys. I'll get into that at the end of the video. The rear suspension on the Supra is actually a divorced suspension where the shock itself sits on the outside and the spring is on the inside. Suspension, very easy. It's the same as the GR Corolla, but there's no clearance issues with springs. It's just quite easy, simple. Pull the stock stuff out, replace it with this. A little bit of a difficult installation. I would give it a 7 out of 10. Not as easy as a lot of Japanese cars. I would give those like a 4 to a 5 on the installation side. So pick your poison between the Swift, the H&R, the Eibachs, the RSRs. Check out price points, see what you like for the amount of drop, and go from there. Again, these are the #1 sellers for suspension. And the reason I'm doing this video is a lot of you guys are probably getting out of your warranty period or you're buying these cars secondhand, and these are gonna be one of the first mods. So here at our company, we kind of wanted to just touch base with you guys on general suspension stuff and kind of talk to you about the differences. So let's wrap up the springs and then let's move over to the Haas kit. All right, so now onto the HKS Haas kit, which stands for Height Adjustable Spring. This is in their Hypermax lineup. They actually released this very early on in the Supra production. I don't know how they had the ability to do that. I think HKS in Japan actually worked real close with Toyota, so they were able to get their hands on a car really early. This kit was out before any lowering springs were available to market. I think the only other thing which we put on our SEMA car back in 2019 was a set of KW coilovers. And that's where we learned about cancellation kits and a lot of other things and how the BMW suspension differs from the typical Japanese car suspension. One thing I want to comment on is the HKS is a little bit thicker. It has a little more weight to it as well. They're both progressive rate springs if you look at the difference here. So these are both rear springs. You can see the difference here. This one's flat on top. That's for this, and this is gonna sit in the perch, and the coilover is gonna sit like this. So I just wanted to show you clearly the difference between these two. I don't know if that camera is picking it up, but just slight differences, but they are both progressive rate springs. These are both the rear springs. The front springs are quite large on both of them, but they're both also progressive springs. You can see the difference, a little bit difference here. This one's a little bit smaller, and that is gonna compensate for this when you slide this over the actual factory shop. Let's get into specifically the HKS, and let's put the Swift stuff on this side. So it doesn't slide around for a minute here. Now that I showed you that the springs are very similar, the biggest difference are these two pieces here, which are shock collars, and it's gonna come with a whole hardware kit. These are the same things around the Swift springs. You probably couldn't see them, but these are isolators that will wrap around the spring itself to create any, basically it gets rid of some sound if these coils were to bind together or touch. You do have some spanner wrenches here, and that is to allow adjustment on these. All right, so right here, we're looking at the coilover or the sleeve style piece. This is for the rear suspension, and this is for the front. So what this does is this will actually slide through the strut itself, and then you're going to be setting this with these set screws right over top of the factory shock. And now you have a perch that the bottom of this spring is going to set on right here. And then that allows you for these micro adjustments. It's already preset. This kit is one of our favorite kits that we install here because you put it on, you drop the car down, it's already adjusted. It's not like a lot of coilovers out there where you put them on and you have to go back in and actually adjust it. So anyone who's doing the install on these, it's gonna be pretty straightforward, and it's gonna actually look good right out of the gate. I do wanna comment, we ran these on all 4 of our different Supras that we've owned at the shop here, all the ones that we did for testing and development. This is our go-to suspension that we did, minus the first one where we did have the KWs on. Pretty straightforward. You can actually adjust this just a little bit so you got that perfect clearance every time from now on out. So this is my go-to. It's about double in price of the regular suspension, and you do have that peace of mind that you can actually adjust it and get your suspension just dialed in perfectly without going full on coilovers. So let's talk quickly on coilovers. There's quite a few that we sell here. We do a lot of HKS coilovers, a lot of KWs. We've sold a couple sets of the new Nitron coilovers for the Supra. They are very track oriented. If you're familiar with the Supra suspension and wheel specs, the Supra runs a 9.5, 11-inch combo, typically in an aftermarket setup. A lot of guys that are tracking their cars are actually running an 11-inch square setup with a more aggressive offset, and you need to actually get a coilover up front, which is gonna have a spring like this, invert like inside the actual strut, and you're gonna have a lot more clearance for your wheel. So this one actually protrudes out a little bit more, and you're gonna have a backspacing issue when you start putting an 11-inch wheel on the front of the Supra. You got any questions on this? Hit up Alex, put a picture of his car here. He does track his car pretty aggressively, and he's probably had 3 or 4 different sets of wheels. So behind me here is a set of Advans that are going on his car pretty soon. He's messed with a lot of different setups, and he's very familiar. Give us a call. That's the best way to talk to him about some knowledgeable stuff on the suspension on the Supra. So let me wrap this up and kind of recap. You got springs that come in not entry level, but that's your starter piece that you want to put on your car. Super high quality stuff. We really don't like to sell anything that's not of quality. Then we step up to the HKS Haas kit, which is the height adjustable suspension, the Hypermax line. And then you can actually get to the Hypermax coilovers from HKS or other brands like the KW, the Nitron, things like that. You're gonna probably be 3 times the price. I don't think any of those are starting under $2,200, and you're gonna have a cancellation kit. The cancellation kit's gonna cost you about $400 and something plus, maybe $300 now, depending on current market prices, but you're just in it a lot more for coilovers, and I don't personally think it's needed for an actual street car on a daily basis. All right, guys, that wraps up today's video. You guys heard me talk about the coils, the actual suspension kits, the Haas kit, which is a height adjustable suspension kit, and we touched base on some coilovers and my opinions on all these different products. I wanna know what you guys have ran on your Supras. If you guys are watching this video, I wanna know what you're leaning towards. Just put the comments down below. Let me know if you guys had a suspension on a car in the past that you guys had issues with, where the car was just driving like crap and you wish you never did it. So that's why I'm trying to save you guys some time. We've sold thousands of these HKS kits. We've sold thousands of suspension spring kits. So let us know in your comments below what you guys think is the best for you guys, and we'll see you guys in the next video.